How SAVERS can change your life. So SAVERS is meditation, affirmations, visualization, reading, working out, and journaling. Those 6 things right there. And how SAVERS and how doing this can change your life is it'll alter your perspective on life, and it'll allow you to be happy with your life currently, right now, while continuing to get better. So what I mean by that is this. People say, oh, I'm not happy because I don't drive a Lamborghini. I'm not happy because I don't live in a mansion. I'm not happy because I don't have a super hot girl. Failing to realize is that, when you meditate every day, when you do your affirmations every day, when you visualize every day, you are actively working towards getting these things, and you can be happy with your current self working towards these things every single day, as opposed to looking at it from the negative viewpoint, which everyone does, the negative viewpoint of, I don't live in a mansion. I don't have a Lamborghini. I don't have a super hot girl. I don't have this. I don't have that. You're looking at it of what you don't have as opposed to what you do have. You're focusing on the positive as opposed to focusing on the negative. And of course, this can be overlooked by so many different people in life, but it's really the truth is that if you think positive, you're going to have a positive outcome, as opposed to when you think negative, you'll have a negative outcome. And it's absolutely the truth. All you have to do is think positive. All you have to do is think of the best possible scenarios that could happen and what you need to do to improve your life. What are the action steps you need to take? And that's really all it is. And people want to think about what they don't have, and I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have, which is good because you want to be motivated to get those things, but at the same time, you don't want to live in misery because you don't have everything you want. And that's why I said SAVERS will help you with this, is because you can actively work towards getting these things while being happy, driving, whatever car you drive, or living wherever you live, or dating the girl that you have, or if you don't date a girl, whatever. You can be happy in these scenarios while continuing to get better. The most important thing I said is continuing to get better, because we don't stay the same over here. We do not stay the same. We continue to progress and continue to improve our lives. So that's why I said you can be happy with your current life and current scenario while continuing to get better. As opposed to if you don't do any of these things, if you don't do SAVERS, you don't meditate, affirmations, visualize, work out, read, or journal, you don't do these things, then you're just relying upon, other avenues, for instance, money, to just get what you want. Now, money is extremely important, not that it's not important. What you need is both a skill set, a powerful skill set that'll give you a lot of money. And then number 2 is personal development, and that's where SAVERS comes in. You're working out, you're reading, you're journaling, you're working on yourself. That's where personal development comes in. And then secondly is the skill set that's going to allow you to get more money, which will get you the Lamborghini, will get you the mansion, will get you the hot girl, once you have money. And that's a skill set that is completely different than personal development. Personal development is internally being happy with yourself. Externally is the skill set. This is how much money I make. I make $1 million a year. I live in this house. I drive this car. I eat caviar every Saturday. Things like that. I eat lobster, caviar, steak. That's external. You don't need these things necessarily. You don't need a fast car. You don't need a mansion. You don't need a hot girlfriend. You don't need any of these things. These are very external things. You don't need them, but they definitely make life more enjoyable. But that's why I think SAVERS and personal development is far, far, far more important than, what car you drive or what house you live in. Not to say that one is more important than the other. I think they're both extremely important. And honestly, I take that back when I say personal development is more important than money. I think they're just as important. You can't have one without the other. You can't just personally develop and then you're broke. And then you can't just have a bunch of money, but then you don't work out, you don't work on yourself, you don't journal, you're not personally developing. You can't do one without the other. I think they're both extremely important. With that being said, that is the video I have for you today. If you like this video, like the video, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.